the truth of the matter is that probably in America today, the little man, the guy starting from nothing, has a better chance of building wealth because of the freedoms and the ease of access to the markets, the ease of access to information. If he has drive or she has drive and has two brain cells to rub together, you probably have a better chance of becoming wealthy in America today, starting from nothing, than in any place at any time in history. And it wasn't because we took it from someone else and gave it to you. It's because you have access to go get it. The job you get when you're 22 coming out of undergrad is irrelevant. What matters is what happened 10 years later. Where are you when you're 32? Now, the difference in two students of where they are when they're 22 and 32, you start them at 22, they start the exact same career field, they come from the same university, and they end up in two dramatically different places. Translation, the degree didn't cause it, the individual did. The hustle, the perseverance, the scrappiness, the grit, the I will not be denied, that version of ruthless that's not throat cutting. I'm going to put the freaking ball in the end zone. That's you're the secret sauce, not your degree. Degrees don't make people successful. They put tools in the belts of people that were going to be successful anyway. And so what we need to teach people is to how to scrap and how to have grit and how to get up, leave the cave, kill something and drag it home, but then give them a good weapon to kill something and drag it home with. And that's what education's for. So where you go to school, there is not a single piece of data anywhere that says where you went to school is correlated with success. As a matter of fact, 76% of the CEOs of the top 500, the S&P 500 publicly traded companies are public school graduates. They didn't go to Harvard or Yale. 76%. So it's got to do with, again, the individual. So we teach kids, hey, go be somebody and get you some tools. I've been working for myself just about my whole life. So I'm a huge advocate of starting and running your own thing. I love that. And I love that this huge upheaval of uprising of entrepreneurism and start something and side hustle and all of that, because of the ease of access into the marketplace with the digital tools we have now. But the 20-somethings, the Zs and the Millennials, they're the most entrepreneurial generations I've ever seen. I'm a classic boomer, but I've got a ton of the Zs. I got probably 500, 600 of the Zs working on my team, and they are an incredible generation. They're very entrepreneurial. They're very passionate. They're very mission-driven. They question everything, which is what it takes to win in business, which is awesome. So I'm big on that. But should everyone be in business for themselves? No. I mean plenty of people that, the way they're wired, their personality, the way they look at stuff, they'll do great. And you can get with an organization and be a part of an organization and be very entrepreneurial. You reap what you sow. If you put a little bit of corn in the ground, you get a little bit of corn. If you put a lot of corn in the ground, you get a lot of corn. It's a simple thing. And so when in doubt, get up and go do something. When you're scared, go do something. When you're mad, go do something. When you're happy, go do something. Just be doing something. Be out there kicking it and moving it around, trying something new, falling on your face, failing forward. Get it. And there's no substitute for that. Well, I don't want to be a workaholic. I'm not suggesting you be a workaholic. When you get home, turn it all off. Be there with your spouse. Be there with your kid. Pet the dog. That's fine. But while you're at work, work. People sit at work and look at Facebook, and they're not in the SEO business. I mean, are playing some stupid game on their phone. What in the world? Do your work, man. I mean, work on your work. And so you got to have that penchant for action and grit and perseverance that follows under the heading of work ethic. Where there is no vision, the people perish. So start looking down the road. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? And start setting some some long-term goals, and then the short-term goals that cause those long-term goals to appear. If you want to make $100,000 a year, what is that? It's $8,333 a month. How many things do you need to sell? What do you got to do that? And start breaking that down into daily activities that are going to take me to that annual income goal. So this vision out to the future that drives the daily work ethic and gives you inspiration and hope that as I push this through, okay, man, we're ahead of schedule. We're ahead of schedule. We're ahead of my daily goal. In the last 10 days, I'm at 12-day mark. Good. All right, boom, we're on. And so I can keep going. I may get there even faster than I thought. And you just keep laying it out that way. And goals are just, when they're done right and they're yours and you own them and the math is put with them, they're very motivating. And it's vision with work clothes on. People do react two different ways to being in the suit. We all have the fear and then the momentary courage or the momentary hope, followed by, another injury, followed by another betrayal, followed by a momentary. We all have that. Then the choice you have to make, the individual has to make while we're in that, and I made that choice semi-consciously, was you can choose, all right, I'm going to quit. I'm going to adopt the victim language, and I'm just going to sit down because I quit. And those are the people that never recover from their divorce. They never recover from their business loss. Or you can say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so lost, I don't know what to do. But I do know I'm going to take the next step. The next step. I'm going to do the next right thing that's in front of me, and the next right thing that's in front of me. And it might even not be the right thing, but I'm going to do the next thing. And sitting is not an option. I'm going to keep walking. So keep walking if you're in this. And the old country song, if you're going through hell, keep going. So a clear path gives people hope. If I know what roads I'm taking to get to Florida, I can step down on the accelerator because I've got a plan. Money problems are not the problem. They're the symptom. There's something else going on. They're the symptom of some extreme thing going on or some minor thing going on. Could it be greed? That's the problem. And then that's going to lead you to do what I did, build a house of cards, and it'll fall in on you. Could it be immaturity? Could it be I'm trying to prop up a self-image? Could it be a cocaine addiction? We've had the honor of walking with a whole lot of people into their sobriety over the years in a lot of different kinds of addictions. And 100% of addicts have financial trouble eventually. 100%. There's no exception. And so just a matter of time, it shows up in the money, always. And so, but that's the extreme, right? But the money problems could be from a marriage problem. But they're not, so the symptom is not really the fact that we can't get along, and so we're doing revenge spending with our spouse, or we're hiding stuff, financial infidelity, and we got 6 credit cards my husband doesn't know about or my wife doesn't know about, that kind of stuff. All of that is symptomatic of a broken relationship. It's not the problem, it's the symptom. And so that's one of the reasons the Ramsey Show, over all these 35 years, from talk radio to podcast to YouTube now, has been so popular. It's so compelling to watch and listen to it because you're not really getting the financial question. You're really getting these people's lives, which are compelling. I mean, it's like sometimes like watching a train wreck, and sometimes it's like watching a victory dance. They just won the Super Bowl, the debt-free scream, right? And so all of this is a personal, visceral victory. And so that's what's compelling about the show. It's not that we showed somebody how to do a Roth IRA.